Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a Halloween look inspired by Euphoria, meaning there's a lot of rhinestones as you can see. So this is going to be a long video, so let's just go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face and also hydrate my lips with a little lip mask. And then I go straight ahead into priming. I'm using Benefit's Porefessional and I'm just gonna dab it into my skin. Next, I'm taking my Tarte Shape Tip Concealer and literally wiping half of my eyebrow out with that. I'm also going to prime my eyelids with the same Tarte concealer, but it's been working great as a primer for me lately. I'm just blending that out with a Tarte sponge. Going in with a second layer just to build that intensity for now, and then later on I'll add more product. Next, I'm just taking an orange corrector and I'm gonna blend that underneath my eyes. Now I don't like orange corrector, so what I'm gonna do is really blend that into my skin, so it's just gonna leave an orange tint. It's not gonna be like a creamy orange product. I've played a lot with orange correctors and honestly this technique works best. Now for the foundation, I'm taking Fenty's new hydrating foundation and I'm just gonna apply that onto my skin. I just didn't like how the pump applied uneven product, but overall the foundation was very hydrating. It's full coverage and has a nice finish to it. You guys already know my favorite way to apply foundation is with the beauty blender, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just dabbing that product into my skin. If you are wondering if you can do the correcting after applying the foundation, you absolutely can. Reminder to not forget the ears and down your neck. Now I'm taking my Too Faced Born This Way concealer and I'm just going to apply it where I applied the orange corrector. So there is no highlighting going on at this point. I'm just applying a color that is closer to my own skin tone and just gonna cover those dark circles. I love how this concealer is so hydrating and full coverage at the same time. If you have under eye darkness, definitely check this concealer out and make sure you use some color that is closer to your own skin tone. For the contour, I'm doing the same exact thing that I always do, so there's nothing new going on here. Oh, I'm sorry, Elisa is just having fun in the background, so please excuse her. But yeah, I am just sculpting my face and I look super white. I don't know why, but yeah. I'm just gonna blend this contour out at the end anyway, so don't be scared. Now for my nose, I apply a little bit product and I'm just going to blend that into my crease. I never usually do that, but I think it just created a very nice effect. And always blending that with a beauty blender and just melting that into the foundation and just, you know, connecting all of it together. Can we talk about skin right now? Like, so hydrated. I didn't even apply any illuminator, but I just have a glow. Beautiful foundation and the concealer, both the finishes are super flawless. And now I'm just going to set my contour. You guys know I like to use my Studio Fix powders. Now going into highlighting, I'm using my MAC 24-hour concealer. Now this one does not have enough coverage, but it just does the job because I don't need any coverage right now. All I'm trying to do is put some light into my skin. If I have a thinner consistency concealer, it'll work best for me because it won't add, you know, that cake onto my skin. Although I did notice that at the end of the day it started to fade off, so I had to just touch up a lot with the powder. You'll see at the end. But yeah, this concealer does not last long. Now with the leftover foundation on the rounder side of my beauty blender, I'm just blending that concealer with my contour and into my skin. Now for around the lip area, I'm just color correcting a little bit because I'm noticing discoloration in that area, so I need to color correct that. And then I'm just gonna cover that orange tint with my Too Faced Born This Way concealer. So just blending everything in with the beauty blender. Every time I go in the highlight zone, notice how I'm using the pointier side. I'm also going to contour my lips a little bit with my LA Girl Pro Concealer. I'm going to be wearing a gloss at the end, and I think this just gives the perfect definition because I'm not going to be using a lip liner anyway. And also it makes your lips appear bigger. So after that, I'm ready to set my foundation. I'm using Huda Beauty's Cupcake Loose Powder, and I'm just going to set my brows first and then get rid of any creases underneath my eyes, and then take a little bit powder and then just set it. I always take it up on the sides of my nose. You guys know my baking routine. Just gives a very flawless finish, especially when you're doing a full face. And now I'm just going to make a fishy face and try to get that underneath the cheekbone area. But honestly, the fishy face did not really work for me. As you can see, I like my contour to be a little bit higher than that. So I'm just fixing over here. Hence proved, making a fishy face will not help me. So clients, please refrain from that. Now I'm just moving on to brows. I'm using Anastasia's dipbrow, and all I'm gonna do for this look is fill in my brows halfway. So I'm taking a little bit product and then just building it up. I'm gonna be flicking the end upward. If you guys want me to do a brow routine video, do let me know in the comments down below. I do have a very helpful technique for like those Instagram brows, but for every day I do like my natural brows. So now I'm just using my LA Girl concealer again, and I'm just going to clean up and further, cut that half part of my brow once again. I love these concealers. They already come with a brush, so it just makes the life, so much easier. I'm just gonna blend that in with my finger. And now we're starting with the eyes. First of all, I'm gonna put a white eyeliner all over my eyelid. And again, I covered my brow, half of my brow, with that eyeliner. I'm also going to set this with my finger. Blend it with my finger, and then I'm gonna set it with a white eyeshadow. I'm gonna set it very heavily. Now I'm taking my Be Perfect palette, it's called Carnival palette, and I'm going to start adding that light pink shade onto my crease, but I am actually doing a very weird and unusual shape this time. So what I'm doing is I'm pointing it towards the middle of my half brow. As you can see, I think it's better to just see than me explaining it right here. But all I'm really doing is picking up very little product with a blending brush and just building the intensity. Taking my time. Now in the outer corner, I am just making a V and lifting my eye upward. By the way, side note, I am so sorry for any voiceover slips, but let's just say it's very early in the morning and I'm just trying to get this video up for you guys. So yeah, I may not have been sleeping very well, but we're gonna make it happen. Now I'm gonna go into a darker fuchsia pink from that palette, and I'm going to build the intensity a little bit more. I do have hooded eyes, so I have to stretch my eyelids all the way just to get a clean blend. And now I'm using a clean brush to just blend out the edges. Now I'm using MAC's nylon eyeshadow to create a nice shimmer effect before I put the rhinestones. I'm also adding Fenty's diamond dust on top of it. Now I'm taking that lighter pink shadow with a blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that eyeshadow towards the front of my brow. I am trying to, make it look a little bit Halloween-y, so if you want to wear this for every day, go ahead and make it less Halloween-y, and you can totally do that. Now I'm just filling in my waterline with a white eyeshadow, and then I'm going to line the outside of it with those same pink eyeshadows. And I'm just going to flick the end. I'm just building the intensity up. And going into rhinestones, I already did one eye off camera just to speed up the process, but I'm gonna do the other eye right in front of you guys. So I'm just taking my lash glue and I'm gonna apply the rhinestone with a Q-tip. Now it depends on the rhinestones that you buy. Some of them already come with an applicator. I didn't have it, so I had to use a Q-tip. If the rhinestone does not stick, if you are using a Q-tip, a tip would be to just use a little bit of water, okay, if you're working on a client. But I was working on myself, so I just used my saliva. It's actually pretty easy to just, dot a little bit of glue and then just pick up the rhinestone, and it just easily attaches. It's very comfortable to wear, and honestly it lasted the whole day because I started doing this makeup and then I took a very long break, and then it was so comfortable throughout. I had no problems. So initial plan was to do this eye the same way I did the other one, but in the middle I got off track and felt a little bit more inspired, so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do this eye another way. And I'm just applying some mascara, and for the bottom I'm using some individual lashes to add a little bit more dimension, a little bit more Halloweenish kind of a look. They do sell lower lashes, which I would highly recommend, but this is all I had, and honestly these are all one size. They're not medium and small. Usually you would put smaller ones in the inner side, but I only had one size, so I'm just trying to make it work. And I'm just gonna take a black eyeshadow and just put that where I attach the eyelashes. Now going in with a glitter eyeliner. This one's by Urban Decay. I'm just going to dot a little bit of that, random dots, just to create a little bit more dimension. Now just pop on some eyelashes, also a little bit more dramatic, just to bind that whole look together. The rhinestones were more comfortable than the eyelashes, I'm just saying. Okay, now as I mentioned, I had to touch up the concealer with a little bit of my Studio Fix powder. I'm just touching up a little bit of that contour, applying a little bit blush, just touching up some contour again, and now I spray my face with Fix Plus, and then I'm gonna apply Fenty's diamond, what is that called? Diamond Balm as a highlighter. I like to use a smaller brush for my nose just because it gives a very precise application. For my lips, I'm using Fenty's lip gloss balm, it's called, in the shade Fussy. And just when you thought I was done, I start baking again. And so yeah, I decided to bake my nose again, the sides of my, you know, my under my cheeks, and also around my mouth. I had been wearing this makeup for the whole day, so I felt the need to just, you know, freshen it up a little bit, just to take the photos and just to make my skin look like glass skin. Now I'm doing patting and, you know, lightly dusting off motions to take that powder off my face. By the way, please do let me know which side of eye you like better in the comments below. I would love to know your opinion. It gives me a chance to know what my audience likes, so that way I can plan my other looks accordingly. And yeah, this is the final look done. I did decide to put on a wig afterwards, which I think just kind of binded the whole look together furthermore. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.